as the ball throws in, gives and goes, does what he does best, crosses the ball, far post, James McLean, bang, thank you man, in with his... Yes guys, as it says, thank you everyone, we did it. 2,000 members to the Ultimate Soccer family. 2,000, read it, it's real, we did it, you did it. And the last match, the last match, Exeter City on the road, the 2-0 win, the beautiful win. You came through, you did it. I asked to get over 2,000k on game day, and you came through, and you nailed it. Game day, brilliant. So thank you so much, and I mean it from the bottom of my lovely ticker that ticks for soccer, for football, for Wrexham. I tell you what, thank you so much. So, as it says, 2K, we did it. On this show, got a great show. Let's get straight into it. Let's waste no time. It's going crazy right now. 8 games to glory, 1 down, 7 to go. Let's check out the league matches and also check out the menu to the right. We got another drone flight coming and another loaded show. Stick with it, guys. But hey, 2K, thank you so much. I am so grateful. Let's get into this. Hey guys, before we get to the League One and the top 6 focus, I want to talk Paul Mullin just for a second. We've got a feature coming up about Paul very shortly. You need to hear it. Stick around for that. And I tell you what, it's worth your time. Now, looking at the matches for this midweek battles, well, there you are. To your left, there's the matches, and to your right, there is the menu. We've got another drone flight coming up over Abbey Stadium, a place I've been. I'm going to finish with a story about Abbey Stadium, and yours truly, I've been there. But I will finish with a stadium story, personally, about Abbey Stadium, Cambridge. So stick around for that right to the end when I do the game talk with passion. Now, as for the games, we've got the top 6 to focus on right now. Well, Reading, I tell you what, got a tricky one. Reading has got a tricky one. Going to Blackpool. Blackpool, 4 wins in the last 5. In form. Reading just back into the top 6. I tell you, could be a banana skin, but let's see what happens. Second place, Wrexham go to Cambridge United in 23rd. And you know, you got to say, Wrexham recently 3 wins on the bounce, 4 wins in 5. Travelling to Cambridge, 3 losses in 5, 2 draws in 5. Waiting for a win. I only think one team is going to win this one. Take Wrexham. Nathan Smith and Charlton Athletic travel to Cloughie's Mansfield Town. And I tell you, 14th place Mansfield could bring an upset. Unbeaten in 2. In fact, that's 2 wins back-to-back, 1 loss in 5. Mansfield getting somewhat better form. You know, prior to that, it was miserable. But Charlton as well, only 1 loss in 5, 3 wins and a draw. You got to think Athletic might be getting something there. It may well be a banana skin, though. Stockport County in 5th, in different form and hanging on to 5th, taking on 13th place Stevenage as well in different form. You got to think Stockport's going to get the points here, but both teams haven't got great form. Wycombe Wanderers, 2nd all season, now in 3rd, looking to get back into 2nd place, welcoming in Shrewsbury Town, bottom club. Again, another club that will be back in League 2 very soon. I see no problems here for Wycombe Wanderers. I see no problems for 3 points, and I don't think this could even be a banana skin. And finally, champions to be Birmingham City taking a trip down to Bristol Rovers. Yes, they'll probably return with 3 points and put the pressure on Bristol, because right behind Bristol on 42 points, you got Burton on 36 and Crawley Town on 36, and a win from either closes the gap to just 3 points. Yes, the relegation battle is hotting up, and 2 clubs out of 4 have a shot at getting out of Dodge. Will they? We got Mullin, Super Paul Mullin. I don't think you really understand. He wears red and white. He's dynamite. We got Super Paul Mullin. Now, the reason why I sing it is because I'm obviously a Super Paul Mullin fan. So are you. But I was looking for something to bring you about Paul. And I came up with I think it's a cool idea. Maybe you don't, but this is where we're going right now. AI, artificial intelligence. I asked AI, artificial intelligence, what's going to happen to Paul Mullin? Take a look at this. You might want to pause this because it's not that long, but there's a lot of reading to do. And it tells you exactly what AI thinks where Paul Mullin is going to end up. Take a butcher's. So, artificial intelligence done, and they're saying Paulie is on his way out in the summer. I would like to keep Paul 2 years on the career to go, retire him in 2007, make him a club ambassador, pay him the respect the man deserves. I really say that. I mean, he's become a club legend, a club icon. Pay the man the respect he deserves in the public forum. So I say, categorically, keep him. He's got 5 goals on the season, and I've got to say, that's from 12 starts, 20 off the bench. But Jack Marriott's got 5 on the season from 11 starts. Yeah? So where's the pressure really coming from to see him leave? I don't think there is pressure. As the club stands, looking good in the 8 games to glory, I say keep him, make him an ambassador, wind down the contract to 2017. The wages are sustainable for the club to cover. Pay the man the respect he deserves. He's a club legend. Now, let's take a look at the highlights from the last time these two met up at the Stoke Russ. It was a 2-2, but I'm going to be very honest and brutally sarcastic in some ways with this one. You will enjoy. Keep holding on for more. We've got loads to come. And hey, Cambridge fans, there's lots more coming still for you too. I say big up, big hello to everybody worldwide. And the chat in the last watch-along was amazing. Thank you very much. Let's take a look at the highlights down the line right now. 10 times Wrexham, count 10 times Wrexham players try to tackle, win, do something with this ball, and 10 times they fail. Look at Maxi having a hell of a time. Guy scoots around him, he's gone for gone, can't get there. In the middle, Kachunga goes Kaching. It's 1-0. Brilliant finish. Ryan now has the ball, throws in, gives and goes, does what he does best, crosses the ball, far post, James McLean, bang, thank you man. In with his big head, one apiece. Look at me, look at me. Great pressing now. Ollie Rathbone wins the ball, crashing into the box now. Looking. Stevie Fletcher wide open, taps it in the corner. Beautiful finish. 2-1 at the time. It would finish 2-2. And Stevie, oh so cool. I wonder what he's doing. Oh, look at me. So there you go. Maxi Cleworth, love him. But he was beaten 6 ways to Sunday on that one. I tell you. We've got to be a lot tighter in the game to get the clean sheet again, and we're good enough to do it. But hey, Stevie Fletcher making it happen again. Yeah, James McLean with his big head at the right place. Beautiful. Those were the highlights for me. And I tell you what, I think we're going to see us provide the highlights in this game too. Abbey Stadium is where we're playing. Drone flight. People said they loved the last show with the drone flight. Hey, 8 games to glory shows us a little bit different each show to go about each club we're going to play. That's why I named it, called it 8 games to glory. Enjoy the drone flight. Abbey Stadium, Cambridge United. As the banner says, live stream, live match commentary, live scores. As per usual, join me for the live watch-along. And I tell you what, kicks off 12:30 Mountain Time, 7:30 local time, UK. Join me. It was a great time last time. It'll be a great time this time because of you. And big up D Scott. Thanks for the kind words on the drone flight as well. I tell you, appreciate it. If you want to see more, go to 92 by Drone. And John has a great channel there, guys. Check it out. He does a great job, really. And he's probably going to do more as time goes by. And it's not necessarily that you just turn up and fly that drone where you like. This one, he had to check with the local airport and get a window of 1 hour to fly the drone. It has to be choreographed with the local authorities and especially the airport. There you go. 1 hour. They granted him. They could have said no, but they're good guys. And they said, yes, go ahead. Good guys, let's take a look at the head-to-head right now. Come off screen, enjoy the head-to-head each week. Let's see who's bossing this. Is it Cambridge United or is it WREXHAM AFC? Let's go. Yes, don't forget, we've got that watch-along coming on the weekend. You guys are the stars of the show. You make the chat come alive. You make me laugh. You make me think. And you really supply great stuff, especially the likes of Maria McConnell bringing up the scores during the day. I tell you what. We've got Phil J. Weston, who's in the crowd normally, bringing us up to scene if there's something happen. Remember the emergency last 2 games ago, the medical emergency? Phil was there on scene telling us exactly what's going on. That's the story. This is the channel. That's the family we got. And like it says, there's the gaffer, Phil Parkinson, 1 game down in the 8 games to glory. I tell you what, Cambridge away is not going to be simple. But I think when you look at the battleground and you look where we are and you look where they are and you look how things are flowing, I think a 0-0 is not really what you're asking for now, is it? It's not exactly the big team facing the big team. And you've got to think that Wrexham's at least good for the 1-0 win. Well, that's what I'm saying. But I'm thinking there's more there. I'm really thinking there's more there. If it really goes well, it could be 2, it could be 3. But at the end of the day, I'm calling the 1-0. But it could be more. Right. Not slowing down. We're going to take you straight to the season in lights. And Cambridge fans, this is your time. This is when you come alive. This is when you get to see how great your season has been, as well as Wrexham's. So enjoy both sets of fans. And welcome in again, Worldwide Wrexham. Big love, especially from north to south. We could say from all the way from as north as Alberta and as far south as Australia. I think that would be maybe Sydney's the furthest south. Maybe Melbourne. If you're watching from Melbourne, let me know. And we also had great people from Sri Lanka in as well during the chat. So bring it. Season in lights right now. Go to it. Enjoy it. It's going to take a little while. Before we get to the season in lights for both clubs, I want to ask you or leave you with a thought here as we move through. But those 2 fellas on the board there, yeah? Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds. Can you imagine what their stress levels are like with a few games to go? The difference between the club staying in League One and the difference between getting into the Championship. And going to the Championship meaning like there's flash to bang, no time to bring in the top quality players and the stress that's going to bring and the money changing hands. And I'm just saying, can you imagine what their minds are thinking and how little sleep they're getting? Have a thought about that one. Now, let's look at what we're here for, the season in lights. So there's Wrexham, that's what we're looking at. And to your right, bottom down right there, 8 games to glory. If anybody's looking thinking what the 8GTG is, well, that's it. 8 games to glory, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we've already had 1, and there's 3 points from the 18 that I'm looking for. 21 points still in the balance. We only need 15, in my opinion, and the glory land can be had. And believe you me, there's a tough road ahead for all the teams in the battle, but that's what we got so far. Now, looking at your 5, your 10, your 15, take a butcher's at that, because that is an excellent season. Look at the stats of the winning record to the right, 64%, 15 games, 73%, 10, 80%, 5. It's like a champagne bottle crescendoing, getting ready to explode. The pressure's building for something special. I tell you. Now let's take a look at the enemy. Aren't you glad that Wrexham's season doesn't look like that? Because you know what? There were people that maybe thought that's what would happen to Wrexham in the lofty levels of League One. That, yes, doing well in League Two, you could have been great. But going to League One, well, that's a whole level higher. But take a look. That's Cambridge. And they're going back down to League Two. And I say, look at the percentages. It was 31%. Then he went to 26%. And in the last 5, it's 13%. So things are going down drastically as this team is getting ready with 7 games left to be relegated, because there's no other way that this is going to end. And look, 2021 League 2 runner-up going down. I don't see it any other way. I can't see it turning around. I'd love it to, but it's not going to. As the banner says, live stream, live match commentary, live scores as per usual. Join me for the live watch along, and I tell you what, kicks off 12:30 Mountain Time, 7:30 local time UK. Join me. It was a great time last time. It'll be a great time this time because of you. So there you go, season in lights. I tell you what, it's going to be a fantastic, fantastic match we got coming up, and it's going to be the potential of the 1-0 victory, like I say, possibly 2, possibly 3. Also, caution. These are the type of matches under the lights, and I love football under the lights. But these are the type of matches that can turn into banana skins. A promotion team in second against 23rd place team failing. Gary Monk not really doing it as the coach. And let's face it, Gary Monk was one of the coaches of the future about a decade ago. Started with Swansea City. Well, it hasn't panned out that well because the numbers, the winning record from club to club with Gary Monk are going down with each club. Go online, check the numbers. I will not give them out. They're kind of bad, but you can literally back me up with what I just said there. But this match under the lights, fantastic. Possibility of a banana skin. Possibility of 1+, maybe 2 or 3 goals. But a possibility that Wrexham grab another 3 points. They can do it. And do it with the same kind of intensity, the same performance, the same smartness, the clever plays, and working the clock brilliantly. Once that second goal went in, bang. Nothing was coming through. Give them the ball. Let's click and clock and wind that clock right down and take them 3 points home. That's the same thing that's got to happen. It will happen. I see a win on the road. I cannot see anything other. An amazing result would be a 1-1 for Cambridge. Possibility. I just don't see it because, again, the coach hasn't got it. The team hasn't got it. They're going back to League Two, where they came from 4 years ago when they came up as runners-up in 2020, 2021. It's been a long 4 years, a tough 4 years. But reality is, when you sit bottom of the league or in the bottom 4 at the end of 46 matches, you got there on merit because you weren't anything other than a relegation candidate all the way through. And that's exactly what Cambridge United have been. Looking at the match, yes, it's going to be a toughie on the road, a quaint little ground. But Wrexham have it to take 3 more points. Therefore, bring 6 points out of 6 from the first 2 away matches within the 8 games to glory, leaving 6, 3 home, 3 away, and finishing on the final 4, where the other 2 candidates, your respective Wycombe especially, may well not be in such great shape. With 4 games left, Wrexham would have 2 at home and 2 away. But game by game is how Phil Parkinson has run this all season long. And when you look on YouTube and you hear the interviews with Phil, he comes out with greatness, but it's always the same tone. Don't get ahead of yourself. It's one game at a time. Yeah, the fans can get excited, but we're not. We haven't achieved nothing. When we achieve something, then we'll celebrate. But he's not saying that. He's just saying it's one game at a time. You've got to commend him. And commend him as well. He's done a great job over the 3 years. And again, if we do manage, not jinxing, you know how smart I am, but if we do manage to get promotion, does Phil get that journey to continue, or do Rob and Ryan look for someone else? Plus factor as well, player of the season. I want to know your player of the season coming up soon. You got a few to pick from. Ollie Rathbone's probably in there. James McLean probably in there. Is your Stephen Fletcher in there? Who's in there? There's a few to pick from. Not what you would say one player of greatness has led it all the way through. It's been team. It's been squad. And those that have rose above have been a few. You could even put Elliot in there. Elliot Lee. But think of your player of the year too. But think of this right now. In short term, no time to turn around, Wrexham's on the road again. Cambridge United, Abbey Stadium, a place I've been, and I was there in 1984, and I'll tell you now, with the story to end, nothing has changed at the Abbey Stadium. It looks exactly as it was when I went there in 1984. It literally is me looking at the same stadium with nothing changing. And do you know what? I find that absolutely lovely. You see, in this world, everything changes, and the game changes so fast you can hardly keep up. But if an old stadium stays the same way all those decades, well, that's historic. And that's why I'm pointing it out, because that's one of very few grounds around the UK that has stayed the same way. And just like Exeter in the last match, Cambridge is a beautiful little city. It is gorgeous in there, full of scholars and very smart people, just like a university likes, yeah? But again, it's a beautiful place. The ground hasn't changed, and I thought I'd share that with you because in this ever-changing world where nothing stays the same, ask yourself what your home street looks like now compared to when you were a tot. That's the point I'm making. Cambridge United, wonderful little ground. Abbey Stadium is the battlefield. Get ready for it, because as of now, you've heard what I'm bringing, you heard how I'm feeling, you know how grateful I am about this. So I'll tell you now, it's Cambridge United, it's Wrexham AFC, it's the Abbey Stadium. Let's have it. Cheers, mi amigo.